NYPD officer gets eye gouged in the middle of a target and nobody helps. After the officer takes down the suspect, he nearly achieves the mount, his foot stuck in quarter guard, but the suspect pushes up on his face, eye gouges him, and rolls him right back over. Look at this. He pushes up with the left, reaches around, eye gouges with the right hand. Essentially, he's using the head control principle followed by the Kazushi principle as he twists the officer in the direction where he has no base points. And if you look closely here, you can clearly see the suspect's right hand digging into his eyes with the left hand pushing on the chin and mouth to create the twisting leverage. At this point, the officer throws a series of strikes with his right hand to make the suspect let go. In the absence of the distance control principle, the suspect is able to sit up from within the half guard and land several strikes of his own. You guys, we need to stop and take inventory here for a second. The suspect has eye gouged the officer, is punching him in the head on hard floor, and no one is stepping in to help. Because of the disastrously insufficient training officers receive, serious bodily injury is very likely in this situation. Consequently, this is normally the part of the video where the officer draws his firearm and utilizes deadly force. At that point, half the country defends the officer's actions, knowing he had to do whatever it took to stay alive, while the other half of the country condemns the officer's actions, stating that he should have been able to neutralize the threat with a lower level of force. And the irony of it all is that both sides would be correct, because the level of force used by an officer is almost always a function of the threat perceived by that officer. And threat perception, ladies and gentlemen, is directly correlated to the level of training of each officer. Simply put, better trained officers remain calmer in high stress situations and use lower levels of force than their untrained counterparts. Fortunately for America, this officer did not draw his firearm. From half guard, he reaches down, draws his pepper spray, and deploys it in the suspect's face. He then uses both of his legs to kick the suspect back and then keeps control of the hoodie to facilitate his getup, a beautiful use of the tag-along principle. While maintaining an impressively calm demeanor, the officer sprays the suspect a few more times before holstering his canister and controlling the suspect by the hood. Even though we have no idea what it is, it's clear at this point that the suspect reaches inside his own underwear to hide something from the officer. And when the officer grabs that hand, the suspect turns around, grabs the officer's leg, and takes him down before the video cuts off. Even though it's very clear this officer is not provided sufficient training by his agency, he demonstrated extreme composure, and I want to commend that. So much so that I want to give NYPD the opportunity to host a GST week-long instructor certification course for free. If the agency won't accept the offer, then I want to give this officer the opportunity to attend any GST certification course nationwide in the next 12 months, including one of the 2 dual certification courses in the neighboring state of New Jersey that are taking place in January. Those will provide graduates with level 1 and level 2 certification over a single 8-day course. And if God forbid NYPD does not allow him the time off to attend the GST course, then I'm going to unlock the GST online instructor certification program so he can complete the entire certification and learn all the techniques from the comfort of his home with a single training partner. Bottom line, once this officer's training matches his level of composure, America will be very lucky to have him. So one way or another, I'm going to make it happen.